Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hamster's Hobby Hang with the Dab.
I'm back, baby.
Dabapalooza.
Just the three of us to start off with tonight, and then Tyler's gonna come in after a meeting, so I don't know, maybe around 7.
But what an entrance! I mean,
What
I
an
didn't
entrance.
even expect that myself. Holy smoke, that was all improvised. This is all improvised, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you believe we thought of dabbing?
Can you even imagine? Mine's behind the dab.
Just in time for the dabs. All right. We did it just in time for the start of the stream.
Made it.
Perfect.
Yeah, Mace unfortunately isn't able to join. Toby's not able to join tonight. Tyler will be here in a half hour to an hour.
All right.
Ray's also busy.
Rude.
So
Just
just us
kidding.
for now.
But that's fine, because you have enough miniatures for everyone in the whole office, it looks like.
Yeah, no way I'm gonna get through all this. The main thing is, I started doing, last time, like, just to test something, I wanted to try out this paint I hadn't used before, Instar Alpha's, like, concrete gray.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to use, for the base for all these transparent spell effects, and I like the way it looks. It's got, like, it makes the stone look kind of wet, which I like.
It's a little darker than I would have thought. That's cool, though.
Yeah. I'm regretting doing this, actually. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually not paint the bottom of the rest of them.
So you can...
So that if I do put light underneath, it'll fill out all this
sure.
stuff. So I'm gonna work on painting the actual spell effects now, as well as doing the. I have all my Big B's hands and like an unseen servant and stuff that I'm gonna do the same thing to the. I'm gonna use the color on the base just like I did with the spiritual weapon and levitate, and then start painting the actual.
Are you thinking
spell
of using
effects.
like some translucent paints?
I don't know.
All right, cool.
Yeah, probably
I've
some
never
translucents.
used those, but it sounds cool, and I want to watch you do it.
We have some good ones. We have like a translucent purple that I've used before, I think.
Oh yeah, like a lot of the golden stuff. Honestly, like the Picorni stuff, especially since it's based on the golden high flow, is like will be somewhat transparent if you thin it down. So,
Yeah, because I painted a gnome wizard here before, and I used something we had here that was purple to like do like this lightning arc above him, and it was really
Oh,
nice.
nice. I think
Yeah.
that we have a golden purple. That's just
I think the main thing is going to be deciding on what colors I want. I think for levitate, I do want purple for sure.
yeah.
For spiritual weapon, I'm trying to decide like if I should go with something that feels radiant, like if I should go with like a yellow or what. I don't know.
Kind of golden sunlight sort of thing.
Big B's hand, I want there to be a different color between like the puffs of magic smoke underneath and then the hand itself.
Sure.
But I don't know what I want either of those colors to be yet, really. So, still thinking about that, but I'm going to do the bases at least right now.
We're gonna turn to the random color wheel, spin a color, and that's what he's gonna paint. Can you guys imagine?
The creative force behind Dwarven Forge at work? Dabbing.
Yeah.
That's actually the surprise Kickstarter.
I've come up with every idea Dwarven Forge has ever had. They kept
Right,
me
right.
locked up in a basement, like siphoning ideas out of me for so long. It got to a point
Do you
where
want to go back in the basement?
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Zip it.
Yeah.
I got a couple work in progress miniatures from other hobby hangs. Normally, like the big stretch, I tried to finish a miniature, but now I've kind of been picking at stuff a little more. So I have a whole shelf of work in progress. So I just grabbed a couple that aren't quite finished, and I like robes, and they both have robes. So
It's a pretty rockin' robe.
gonna be
Yo.
exactly. So I don't know. I'm kind of leaning toward this guy actually, because I like the billowing, like a good billow.
Like Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah.
I can't sleep without a body pillow at this point. You know, you just get used to it. You can't stop.
Or what are you doing, Miles?
So I got some of the mechs that I've done in the past. This guy, and I think I might try and add some battle damage to him. I got this one you based a while ago, and I thought he could use some cool details. Of all the ones you've done, this one was clearly the most just like
That was us.
base it, see how it looks with the thing.
Yeah, that was us just testing out interference paints to see what they look like.
Yeah.
It turns cool.
Yeah, but I figure I'll throw in some deets. Sup, Craig?
Oh, hey, Craig's here. How you doing? Every time a whip is finished, 2 more take its place.
Yeah.
Extremely true, Gilded. Extremely true. This first thing I'm gonna do. And I also have a bunch of other stuff here. So I have like the Reaper metal elk that is representing my celestial steed that my paladin uses in our game. And then I got the bones version. And I can find greater steed now, but like I want to keep my elk. So I'm gonna paint him to match him, and then I'm gonna kit bash some wings onto him.
Nice.
So I'll have a flying and non-flying version of him.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is that the exact same elk? 'Cause
It's
it
the
looks
exact.
like it.
It's the exact same thing. So this is a 2018 sculpt, and this is 2020. So I think they did this, and then this was. I think I got this out of the fan favorites box.
Sick.
So I think it was a thing where they're like, they remade some of their sculpts in bones, I believe. So yeah, this was. I have the metal version. Now I have the bones version. Because I got this in 2019. So the 2020 thing, yeah, it was made after I painted Flanagan.
What's Forge Knights?
Forge Knights.
I don't know. Knight of the Phoenix asks.
I don't know. I haven't heard of Forge Knights. Oh.
We don't know. We don't know Knight of the Phoenix. Sorry.
I always hear kids talking about Forge Knight. You know, I don't know.
God damn it. I hate you.
Like number one. Like.
Don't get me started. I won't stop.
I
You
know.
this.
I kind of want it to happen. My favorite thing was Ray edited. He took some footage of Nate and put it through that AI processor that will make anybody like lip sync to any song.
Oh wow.
And he had He had Nate singing the Fortnite.
Chug Jug.
Yeah, he had him singing Chug Jug with you, which was phenomenal. We've never like released that. I don't know if we ever will. I don't even know if Nate's seen it because it's definitely not a joke he would get. That's extremely outside of his. He's not aware of those kinds of internet things.
Yeah. Doesn't really play into his interests.
Yeah. Fortnite or weird, like, I don't know, postmodern memes. I don't even know what to call that. That entire song is fascinating.
Yeah.
Because that kid definitely didn't produce it. Like, that guy got a kid to sing it. And, like, actually produced it well. But just having this kid, like, I don't know. It's really phenomenal. How's everybody doing tonight? What's everybody in chat working on?
Kraid finished like 40 minis this month. They were all
Whoa.
bullet catcher units though, so they went fast.
Yeah, he's been doing a bunch of Warhammer stuff, I believe.
A little bit.
He's one of the big wargamers on the Discord. Didn't you just have an interview come out on a wargaming channel or something? Like the Titans Club or something? Because he did a Titan.
Oh, that's cool.
Hamster. He's one of the guys that did a Titan.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I think he got like interviewed for it or something.
Huh. Oh, that's cool. I didn't hear that.
I'm working on graphics. I need to just bring up the chat on my phone.
It's better this way.
It really is. It's much
Commerce
easier to
Demons
read.
painting corpses.
Nice.
Oh, we're Forge Knights.
Oh.
So, what's up, Forge Knights is what they meant, but they asked what's Forge Knights. Okay.
I'll take Forge Knights.
I've been called worse in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I now have chat on my phone. Let's see. Would rather be in the pool you don't have? Oh, is it that hot where you are? I'm very excited for us to just get out of this stretch of heat waves we've been having.
Yeah, I'm already sweating.
We've been alternating between like heat waves and thunderstorms nonstop.
Yeah.
It's been this summer has been rough.
It's been pretty cool.
No, it's been like the opposite.
Right.
Both figuratively and literally. Like I don't. Oh, man. I just realized like it didn't let me see the messages I was trying to read because I wasn't on here. At work, working on graphics in the 12 hours before switching to filming. What do you do? Because you've mentioned a couple times that you work in film. Do you work at is it a production house or like what do you It seems like you do kind of everything. Let's see. Need to fix my resin printer so I can make more Terminator shoulders. Ooh, what are Terminator? Is a Terminator like a Warhammer thing?
It's like a bigger Space Marine. Oh,
Huh.
it's like an elite Space Marine. They have larger armor.
Huh. There's so much lore behind all that stuff. You work at a church as the videographer, facilities manager, website manager, everything else tech related. Yeah, I get that. Churches definitely just go to like, yeah, that's the person that understands tech, and then you have all the tech responsibilities. That's an extremely real thing. I kind of feel for you. So you have to do basically everything tech related there, huh? Let's see.
Seems like reasonable amount of security though.
Yeah, I don't think it's very easy to get fired as the tech person at a church. Mostly because I think they're just happy to have somebody who understands tech most of the time. Before you switch to, you have like active filming and stuff though. Like that's actually is a pretty like surprisingly tech savvy church if they actually have you actively filming things.
I wonder if a lot of services are online now.
A lot of them are, but like a lot of them really, like started streaming their like services on Facebook and stuff, like local churches did. I know that was even like before the pandemic, like back in my hometown, a lot of them started streaming. It's the one my dad went to was streaming. They were one of the more hip churches though, in that their pastor was only like in his 40s instead of in his 70s. So he pushed things like he had the church like buy in to open a cafe and stuff like that, and they would have like live music at the cafe. And,
Ooh.
yeah.
They had a cafe.
Yeah, they very much had the mindset of like kind of doing their outreach through non-overtly religious like functions and businesses and stuff.
Sure.
And you know, so they would stream every week's service into the cafe there. You want to know who else had to deal with technical issues? Well, you know, Jesus transcoded that water into wine.
There you go.
And then then Moses pressed Shift C and he split the Red Sea.
There you go.
Oh man. Let's see. These bases go very fast, but this paint takes a while to dry. It's a very wet paint, but that's also like what gives it the effect that I like.
Sort of glassy.
Yeah, it makes it feel like a kind of wet stone, which I really like that effect on this. Mostly because I feel like if I do shine light through the spell effects, then it'll kind of catch it a bit, like in the reflections, and I would really love if that's how it ends up working out. In my head, it's very, very cool. Hey, Wilderness Encounter, how you doing? Used to be part of the sound team at church, that was fun. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of took inspiration from my old church for this. We're trying to build this, contracted out to build this, like, media station in the production room, just like a command center for running the soundboard and light board and everything from there. Just to kind of give a centralized location for that and to let us sort of automate the process as much as possible, I suppose, is a good way to put it. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of that was largely based off of what I remember of like the media booth from my old church being like. Fit like 2 people in it. Ideally, it'll help with live production, and because I want to get us to a point where I don't need to be here for a stream to run, really. So once I have like this thing set up, it'll be a lot easier to have things set up to a point where, like, for Hobby Hang, you know, like, either of you two could be the ones to run it even. Like, everything would kind of be automatically set, and you just, it takes like 2 minutes to, like, move a thing to where it needs to be.
Just press go.
And then press go, yeah.
I don't know. Neither me or Hamster have ever streamed before outside of this. Maybe a little too much for us.
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense, honestly. It all seems like a super chill idea, you know? I feel like this green is so dark, it's hard to do a lot of the damage on it there.
You can try like a silver maybe, but see, it does show up well on the silver parts.
That's what I've been doing. I've been
Yeah.
mostly doing that. I tried to do some like scorch marks kind of around the guns here, but it's really kind of difficult to see there with that dark green. Also, this room has like more lights in it than anywhere else on the entire planet, and I still feel like I never have enough light to paint with. It's more so a personal problem,
I've learned how to hold it to position light. Because the main thing is, like, what you really want is just like a nice overhead light. But the reality is, it doesn't make sense for us to position the lights on the grid to make the most sense for people painting around a table like this.
Yeah.
We need it for other things, so we just kind of have to learn what the angles are and adjust to the grid setup.
Yeah, but I'm with you, Miles. It is an adjustment.
Because, yeah, like, normally, you know, like, Hamster paints with just, like, an overhead ring light that is specifically for seeing what he's doing.
So this silver isn't very good. Do either of you guys have a better silver in
Yes,
particular
sure.
that, like...
Look, it's called silver.
It's called silver. It's model color. That's a model color right there.
It's the kind of color we should all aspire to be.
Yeah. It's at least the kind of color all colors should
Yeah.
I mean, so y'all are gamers, been gaming at all lately?
Oh my
Play
god.
anything new and cool?
Talking about video games?
Yeah.
I haven't had a lot of time to play lately. I've been doing my dailies on Final Fantasy 14.
Sure.
A little bit of Overwatch now and then, that's mostly it. I am excited to start, like, streaming again.
That'll be fun.
I've kind of been getting set up, and I really want to stream Spiritfarer, so I feel like that's the kind of game I'm going to be super into.
What's that?
It's a delight. So me and Ame have played through a large portion of it, but we're both really excited to see Chris's take on it.
Cool.
But it's like a... Oh god, I don't even know how to explain it.
You're on a boat, and it is your job to help spirits find their way to the other side, basically. To make peace and move on.
Yeah. So there's some like resource management and some platforming and some just a lot of little things that it does that comes together into just a really fun little package with a delightful little story that it's telling.
That's cool.
It's very nice.
Yeah. There's a lot of indie games. I'm like, oh man, I really want to play this, but I haven't had a lot of time to play a lot of stuff. And I finally, I've been moving to that new apartment. I finally got everything kind of set up and ready there.
Nice.
But then, this week, like, we went to Vermont, so I didn't really have a lot of time to, so that kind of took up Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Monday, it was mostly just getting ready for that. So, I haven't been playing as much lately. Need a D&D game to play and so you can be motivated to paint D&D minis again. I feel that. I haven't backed the Avatar TTRPG yet.
Oh, I saw that.
I'm debating if I want to.
That might be kind of cool.
I probably will. I know some of the people working on it, so that's exciting.
Oh, nice.
I think Tyler's did or is going to. So if you want to chat with someone about it, Gilded Poison. When Tyler's on, you can get some thoughts from him.
It is one of those things where you look at it and you're like, man, this really is a natural fit for a TTRPG system. And like a lot of people have homebrewed like systems to do something similar to Avatar because you look at it and it's like this is like a natural fit. It's one of those things. It's like it's astounding that I think it's got like 2 video games and neither is very good.
That's the problem. Is the cool thing about the bending system within the world is how
freeform it is.
Yeah, how much room there is to play around with it, which lends itself to the tabletop RPG thing most, I think. But it's so hard to do in a video game.
I wonder if that was the issue with Full Metal Alchemist too, because Full Metal Alchemist got like 1 video game, even though it's owned by Square Enix, and it wasn't anything special from what I understand.
Yeah, I'm certain that's the exact same issue.
So yeah, the really cool thing with Full Metal Alchemist is, neither of them are the kind of shows where they're like, here's my special move, sort of thing, where they use the same thing every time. It's all extremely free-form stuff, and that's like what's so cool about it.
Yeah.
Like I can see on a TTRPG, like there's a lot more opportunities to like flavor what you're doing with your bending and all that. So you can get super into it.
And like attempt to use your bending for like utility outside of combat as well.
Yes.
That isn't just like like hold square to lift this block with your water bending. Very like Lego Avatar, style thing.
Everybody has one move.
Yeah.
Lego games are great, but I completely understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, they're great at what they do, and honestly, if they did a Lego Avatar, everyone would be like, okay, this is fine, because this is what I expect out of this type of game. But just an Avatar game, people are always gonna want more than can be delivered. It's kind of the brilliant thing the Lego games have done, is made their shorthand so universal and often enjoyed that they are like, listen, you know what you're gonna get.
Right.
And we're gonna do it well, and if you want it, you're gonna be happy with it, right?
Those games really were like industry changers. It's wild how much those games blew up, and they got access to every property on Earth because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Are there any properties they have the rights to make games of, but don't have the rights to make Legos of?
I don't know.
That'd be awesome. That'd be very fun.
They're just we don't want you to actually make the toys.
I hear the world going digital.
I desperately wish there had been a Lego everywhere. Hopefully this should
That'd be cool.
How? What?
I don't know.
Wait,
that's the thing.
Wait, they didn't have Halo though. Wasn't it like
No.
Master Blocks or
Mega
Mega Blocks?
Mega Blocks.
Yeah.
And that's why I was bummed about that. Because I don't care. I'm not going to buy any of them. But could you imagine them being like, we made a Lego video game version of a property that's a video game? I'm like, yes! Yeah, I want to see that. Are you kidding?
Trying to imagine how you make satisfying gameplay, how you take Halo and then put it in a Lego format in a way that isn't just very boring.
I don't know that it's possible, but I'd love to see him try. Do you think you have a tiny little detail brush I can use? Oh, I can use this one, right?
Yeah, we have all those.
I think the Ghost Tiny stuff is shipping soon.
Which stuff?
The Ghost Tiny brushes. They don't have the rights for the Middle Earth sets anymore, I don't think.
Really? Oh,
Huh.
That game, Lego Lord of the Rings, was incredible.
Yeah. Although, I don't know, I really liked the co-op Lord of the Rings games.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
on PlayStation.
Yeah, I thought they were really well done. There were a couple levels that were probably a little more frustrating than they needed to be, but I had a good time,
Yeah. They really did improve as they went too, because Two Towers I had a lot of fun with, but honestly, once I played Return of the King, it was hard to go back. They did just such a better job with the Return of the King game. Going back to Two Towers, it just felt like something was missing. Hey!
You already
Yo.
done? Oh, wow.
A lot can happen when you don't talk.
Huh.
You don't say anything in a meeting.
What are you working on, Tyler?
Oh, nothing.
Sunk a lot of time into the GameCube Lord of the Ring games. Modular ship prototype dropping. Meetings about modular boats or modular ships confirmed. Yeah, this is the modular ship we're making. As you can tell,
Oh, great. Now that's
it
on
looks
record.
it looks exactly like the falling star from WizKids.
We can just take that audio and you can clip it anywhere you want.
Listen, I did everything I could for y'all. I told Nate, I've tried to bribe Nate. I said if he starts doing modular shipbuilding, I'll make Dwarven Forts its own sea shanty. But it didn't seem to sway him. So
It didn't really-
apparently
it didn't
I
really
don't have
push the needle there.
It didn't have as big of an impact as I was hoping. Apparently, not such a hot commodity as I thought I was on that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to make of his response. What?
Who are you?
I would have meant it was going to be more like, okay.
Yeah. No, his actual response, because I actually did say this, y'all.
Yeah.
His actual response is, I don't know if sea shanties are still all that popular. They kind of have their minute, but I don't know if they're. And I'm like, all right, Nate, fine. All right,
I feel like they died out in the 1800s.
There's a weird thing that happened called the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, people are all
And it
about.
crushed the joy out of people, so they don't know how to make songs anymore.
Yeah, everybody's all about industry now. I don't know.
Industry, science, and technology.
Can we do a steampunk set and then you can make a, I don't know, like a go do your job song?
I mean, that's what a sea shanty is,
Honestly?
though. Or it's no, we are currently doing our job song, is what a sea shanty is.
It's more like I need something to do while I do my job. They didn't have podcasts, so they had to have
Yeah,
sea shanties.
yeah.
Yo, sea shanties are just pirate podcasts.
Yep.
Amazing.
They only had a few of them and they had to listen to them.
I
over
love
and
the idea of what you said though, as being both a diss and like a cool thing to make. A do your job song, like as if he's telling him to go do his. It's good.
Yeah.
Like, sing it to yourself while you're in the shop.
Just imagine the Kickstarter video with that shanty. What if you promised it would be painted purple? That's fair.
That has worked.
Yeah, I was about to say it's
Honestly, if something's not going well, throw a little purple in there. You're gonna up your chances.
I'm gonna start looking through our old pieces and see what Hamster had to like bribe his way to get him past.
Yeah, you want to see? Oh, okay. He didn't have to bribe nothing. Hamster and Aaron. Maybe they paint anything.
Yeah, I love every time you do like multiple paint schemes and one of them is purple and the other one isn't. And so it's just like we know how this is gonna go.
I mean, mostly joking, but like, because purple is obviously like a really cool, striking color. So like,
Yeah.
a lot of times, like when I end up with the scheme and I've used purple, I'm like, that's golden. That's gonna be,
That's
gonna work. Yeah.
I need to get a brush. I think. Not brush. Sorry. I need to get towel.
It's the opposite of a brush.
It is.
I was,
Yeah,
looking,
I
at the
have
brushes.
towel.
I was looking at the brushes when I said it, so that was the problem
He had a brush with brushes.
there. He could write a Star Trek episode.
What?
They were usually alliterative or, just like some form of it. Whatever.
I'll never get over. I said at one point on one of the streams, one of the On the Anvil streams, I was like, if they never had a Star Trek episode called Trials and Tribulations, like they failed their job, and somebody was like, no, they took themselves too seriously for that. And people looked and were like, yeah, no, it was a Deep Space Nine episode. I'm like, yeah, there we go.
Took themselves too seriously.
That poor fool. Poor fool!
Alright, I gotta figure out what I'm doing this thing.
You said it was Deep Space Nine?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, the only issue with this paint is it takes several coats to actually get into. Let's see whatever you want. but you can't touch.
Got it.
Thank you.
Can't believe you didn't go for that sea
Hanging
shanty.
with a brush.
And he's there.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, yeah. So we need somehow to make a Dwarven Forge video that's just us being like elementary school choir. Like,
I'll be like the one in the back who's like fiddling with his shirt on the ceiling. Because that was who I was. That was.
You just want to relive.
My dad used to have to stand in the back like the.
Did you say daddy?
My dad used to.
Okay, that was not what I was.
My daddy. So my daddy. My daddy would stand in the back of the gymnasium or the auditorium, whatever, and he would like be gesturing at me. He would like look at me and put his hands to his side like that to try and get me to focus. That was church choir, school choir, all of it.
Even in my plays.
it's amazing.
My wedding.
That's funny.
She's like during her vows, you're like fiddling with the buttons on your shirt.
Do you?
Let's see. What's that? Nate loves large modular ships as much as he loves unicorns.
I think he likes unicorns, though.
Yeah, he won't let us make them.
Do you want to make a unicorn? I want to make a.
Yeah.
I want a mega deer more than I want a unicorn.
That's fair.
My Todd Howard video's blowing up again.
What happened?
They just announced anniversary edition of Skyrim, and so every time there's any Bethesda news,
Every time that man speaks, you get 10,000 views.
yeah, every time that man speaks, I get absolutely blasted with comments, and like so all today I've just been getting like comments that are like, he's back.
I love at this point it's not people who are discovering it. It's people who are they're
turning to the
turning.
video.
Yeah, they found out.
Stop by and say so.
Yeah, they found it. That's the wildest thing. Like, that is by far the most successful thing I have ever made. It has actually had like an impact on the meme landscape.
And you're
Like,
confused by it, or?
it was a dumb thing I made in a couple hours
Yeah.
that I wanted to show my friends.
Yeah, so it's a modern meme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how every good meme.
but it's been on PewDiePie's channel. It's been like it's been streamed on Vinesauce. Like, it's wild. But yeah, like it's so. That's the only reason I know. I have very little interest in most of Bethesda's games, but every time there's an announcement, I know because I get just a bunch of comments about it. I'm like, all right, there's some kind of Skyrim news. Yeah, I just got another one. It's yeah. Like, people have made like Discord bots about that video. I think the weirdest side effect of the video has been people constantly pitching really weird and like overwritten ideas for ASMR videos now because of that.
Like to you.
Well, no, they just like write it.
Anime light novel titles.
They just like write it, and it's usually there's a lot of like LOL so random humor in it. Usually, and a lot of times it's like there's not really a joke here outside of you just like putting in some things that you
saying
think
the
are.
sentence, saying the words.
Yeah.
Sure.
I still think the most common comment I get is, "What is this song?" Because everybody who finds it is like a Zoomer and doesn't know Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, I mean, Fleetwood Mac is like the best band ever.
Yeah, but it's not like the name of the band isn't in the title. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
sure,
true.
yeah, yeah.
It's
the
literally
video's
the-
called "Todd Howard Seduces You in the Bathroom of a Fleetwood Mac Concert." If you typed in Fleetwood Mac Lies song, like you'd find it. You'd be there.
Oh, man.
That's all it took. That's all it takes.
I wonder.
That was fun. Not as fun as bothering.
Man, the guy who
people,
made
but-
this is his only successful video. He probably has time to tell me what song this is.
Most likely, that guy don't have nothing else to do if he made this video.
I saw his channel. Like,
He doesn't even have a TikTok. Like,
It doesn't even make sense with the rest of. I bet somebody's uploaded that video on TikTok by now.
How do you search for sounds on TikTok?
I don't know. God, that'd be
You
weird.
can still just search for Fleetwood Mac, or you can just search for song title and you might be able to find it. Are you seeing an ad?
Yeah, it always starts with an ad and you swipe it away. Todd Howard, Tell Me Lies.
Yeah, is that on the?
Oh damn!
It's on TikTok. Somebody's uploaded it.
Yeah.
Should I copyright strike them? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Can I sue them?
I
Yeah,
don't
get
think so. I don't think that's it.
No.
Well, that one.
Somebody-
That is.
This
looks
is
like
just
that
hashtag
looks-
Todd Howard.
But that
Did-
looks like the image.
Did Zoomers steal my video?
Okay.
No, that's
No,
definitely not
but
it. That's
it's
definitely
still-
not it.
You know. No, nobody stole your video.
They didn't steal the video, but I'm
We're still
I'm
good.
wondering if any of these have the sound.
Yeah.
God, if somebody converted that into a sound, I swear to God. Yeah, get off my lawn, Zoomers. My lawn being my intellectual property, which was me,
You're fighting the good fight, Chris.
which is me for 3.5 minutes, role-playing a bizarre Todd Howard scenario.
It's like people who would look at it. It's like, is this an actual impression? No.
No,
this
it's
is
not. It's I can't do a Todd Howard impression.
It's also like he's not very impressionable.
Yeah. I mean, he has like the issue is if I was doing his voice, I don't think it would have sold the joke as much. Like I tried to like do his voice before and like reading lines. I'm like, I don't think it's as funny as like somebody who's just trying way too hard to like sound sexy. Like,
Playing this music.
yeah. Gonna dedicate my TikTok. Oh, hi, Ame.
Oh!
Gonna dedicate my. Did you hear what was gonna happen at your wedding?
No, I have to. Do I have to look at the chat now?
I'm gonna dedicate my TikTok account to making it your I do sound over every video. I feel like her autocorrect kind of messed with that message. But,
The daddy bit? I remember the daddy bit. I'm going to dedicate my TikTok account to making it.
what is the daddy bit?
The one,
The one where he heard me call my he thought I called my dad daddy, so
Oh.
I buckled
Yeah.
down and called my dad daddy 8 times.
Okay.
You say daddy a lot.
I did. I'm fine with it. I don't.
Yeah, you gave people a lot of ammo.
That's fine with me, y'all.
Ooh.
I don't have a daddy kink, but if someone out there does, or if someone starts shaming me for calling my dad daddy, that's like adjacent to kink shaming, and they're a bad person for it. So I'm fine with it. Like,
I'm glad you worked that out for
like,
yourself.
I don't
I'm glad that's
I don't
why you
have
can
this
sit with
kink,
this.
but if you
Who are you trying to convince, Miles? No, nobody.
don't make me start calling you daddy. I don't.
Nobody here leveraged this accusation. I don't know.
Are all the washes in the other one?
Yeah, the washes are in the
Tyler
black one.
implied.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Sorry.
You want to wash?
I want to wash.
I could use a wash.
Wash! Ding ding. I want to wash. Wash. I want to wash.
Let's go.
So you hear me say that I want to wash all my boat and I'm gonna do it right now. It's not. I'm just making it up as I go, man.
Okay, yeah. See, I was trying to do the I'm a Goofy Goober song. I want to rock.
Which is a actual song.
Yes, but it's better known as the Goofy Goober song.
It's not better known. It is only
I guarantee, chat. How many of you knew the original song "I Wanna Rock" before you heard the SpongeBob movie "I'm a Goofy Goober"?
You're
cover?
asking the Dwarven Forge audience.
Yeah, I was gonna say this isn't really the target audience. for that.
Yeah, that should be on TikTok because that would prove your point.
Did anybody here actually know the original song before the SpongeBob movie?
I haven't seen the
You're
SpongeBob
lying.
movie, so yes.
You haven't seen SpongeBob? Okay.
Isn't I Want to
Okay.
Rock
Have you heard
like
the
a
origi- have you heard the
classic,
original
classic
song?
rock
Yes.
song?
Yeah. How many of you listened to the classic rock
Christopher,
songs?
you
Yes?
think I'm lying?
Yes.
Okay.
You think I'm lying?
Yes.
You think me,
Yes.
the Queen fan I am, the hard rock, classic rock, growing up with 3 older brothers who drove Firebirds and fucking took me everywhere, smoked in the car with me, and listened to all of this shit. Listened to Tool, listened to Megadeth, listened to fucking everything in the universe. You're gonna tell me
I will never.
I didn't know
I
that
will
song.
never.
You're gonna look at me, you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong.
Don't be mad at me because I respect you enough to think that you would commit to a bit.
Now, here's the thing. Did I know the song before the movie? I'm pretty sure I did. Do I think of the original song first whenever I'm even hearing the original song? No.
No,
I
it's
think
like-
of the SpongeBob movie.
It's like Weird Al. SpongeBob did the cover better. It's his song now.
That is true. That I agree with. That I agree with.
SpongeBob did it better.
Yeah.
It's like Simpsons did it first, but
Yes.
SpongeBob did it better.
Yes.
To be honest.
Which is
That's-
often something you
Amen.
can
Amen.
say about things that Simpsons did first.
Yeah.
I want a munch.
Squad.
Munch Squad is a podcast within a podcast highlighting the latest and
Right,
greatest
so we have to have a
service
lot of
technology.
context for that joke.
It wasn't a joke. It was a habit. It wasn't. I wasn't making a funny joke. I was falling into a compulsion that I had.
Oh, what a great day.
What a good day, y'all.
That's what I like. Just instant silence.
I wonder why nobody ever gave him a rock.
He kept saying, "I want a rock."
No, I want to rock.
No, I want a rock.
I
wanna
want to
rock.
rock.
Okay, well.
I wanna is a want to contraction.
Okay, well that's not what he said.
That is what he said.
He said I want a rock.
Not want a rock, want to rock. I want
know
a
about
rock.
Okay.
2 N's, A.
Okay, if you
translates
can
to
find
want to.
find one, you can probably find another.
I want to rock.
I want 2 rocks.
So I can bang them together.
See, that's actually a bit I've seen on TikTok.
I want to rock.
I've seen that as a bit on TikTok.
Okay.
Actually.
Well, thank you, Miles.
Statistically speaking, at least 15% of the audience got that joke. 15% of people into Munch Squad?
Oh, I wonder if they're talking about that one or the. Yeah, probably.
Oh, I have no idea. Clearly, he
Maybe.
wants to rock.
I don't know what statistics would.
Clearly. I don't know what you're looking at, but
I
clearly.
want Munch.
I want a Munch Squad.
Oh, because wait, no, 25% of the people here got the joke.
Right.
Okay, but how does it translate into 15?
I don't know.
Maybe because of the amount of people that are watching.
Got him. I don't know.
I'm
Just
here's the
rhythmically
thing,
felt
I
like
just
the
genuinely appreciate that you had my back no matter what.
I just
Like,
rhythmically it sounded like the time to say something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like you didn't even think twice. You were like, I'm on. I want to see something. I want to say something.
Okay. You can't
Just
have
in the
both.
world.
You can't have both.
No. If
See
you
now.
see something, you say something.
You came here to see something. You
I
came
see
here to
a
say
rock.
something. You understand now. You cannot do both.
You must choose. You have chosen poorly.
You chose.
Man, I gotta
like-
watch
Forgive my British humor. What is happening?
What is this?
That's Last Crusade.
Oh. Man, it's been a very long time since I've seen that one.
I honestly watch that one the most. I think it's
Same.
unpopular, but I don't know. I love Sean Connery in it.
I agree, 100%. I think the thing is, it's the same motif of.
Sean Canary.
It's like the same problem that like original Star Wars trilogy has, where it's kind of like
It's bad.
Got him.
is that the person you want to be, Chris? At this moment? just want to shit all over everything.
Oh, I'm getting exactly the response I want.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
He's right there. Yeah, he's got a point.
I did lose. I did lose. This is true. No, but there's people who talk about like people who watched Star Wars 1 when they were 7 years old, love that one, and they don't like Return of the Jedi or whatever. And then the 7-year-olds who watch Return of the Jedi love Return of the Jedi, and that's kind of the same spectrum for Indiana Jones in my book. Is that it's like it kind of depends on like formation of like when you're watching these things and all these other things. But I watched that with my older brother. So I watched a lot of movies with my older brother. And that was the one where like that was the one he really liked too, of the Indiana Jones films. I think it was also of the 3 VHSs. We had the whole trilogy in VHS, but that was the one that actually still worked.
Oh, nice.
For whatever reason, the other ones just like fucking died. So yeah, that was kind of my thing. Was that it's like I remember watching that one the most. As well.
Oh yeah,
like it
100%.
was just like
That one's my favorite.
Yeah, no, that's definitely my favorite.
yeah.
I
I think it also is just because of Sean Connery. Is what is
I think so,
what
and
you
honestly,
said,
just like the bits that they write with him and Indy together, like
yeah, it's great because like the best part is the twofold thing of Indy is that it's supposed to be a character who is a representation of the 1930s serials that came out, like the action serials that you would see between actually going into the movies and like watching the full movie. It would be like the little things that played before. The Flash Gordon and all those things. But he was part that and part James Bond.
Sure.
Because it was supposed to be like death-defying adventure, and he always got out of those situations. So then when they go to that third movie and his dad is just straight up James Bond, it's like awesome. I don't know. And also just to see Sean Connery like so often, especially in the 80s, like Highlander and all the times that he's on screen. Yeah, definitely a Spaniard. No, he's an Egyptian working for the Spanish government. I am an Egyptian. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. Let's fight. Yeah, we'll believe it. And then a Frenchman is playing a Scotsman. Sure, yeah, everything's fine here. But the fact that like the 80s were so predominantly, and prior to that, Sean Connery being James Bond, it's like this dude's like masculine and he's the hero and all these, and then just like him playing like this nerdy book dude who's like, I can't believe you just killed that man. Like, it's so funny.
I love when like the plane is chasing him and he just like flushes the seagulls.
So good.
And when they're tied to the chairs in front of the fireplace, like, what? Huh? What?
It's very Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
It's so good. All the
And then like, I forget what she says, but like the gal who's actually the enemy says something like referring to like someone she's obviously been close to with, and they're both like, yeah.
She leans in. She's like leans in, whispers like, I can't forget how wonderful it was. And then he responds. He responds. What is it? It was like, hey, it wasn't agreeable.
He's like,
yes, it was. My other favorite is I'm as human as the next man. He's like, I was the next man. He's like, oh, right. Like his dad's just like, oh, things happen, man. Like whatever. It's so
awesome.
good. She talks in her sleep.
yeah.
That's it.
That was the one. Oh, very good.
How did you know she is a Nazi?
I like the one with Shia LaBeouf because I like to think of it as like a crossover with Transformers.
Nice.
See, that was the only time. Like normally, here's maybe unpopular, but my thing about all the different Star Wars and stuff, right? It's like, look, relative to each other, some are obviously worse and some are better. Yeah. But it's still just more Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like,
100%. And I think that's that's kind of what I mean by like when you saw it is going to kind of form your perspective.
Yeah, like obviously, and like when the Hobbit movies came out, it was a lot more CGI. But you know what? We're in Middle Earth. And have fun watching them.
Spend more time in Bag End. Like, I was there. I'm there for it.
The only time I felt like a snob, I never still have not seen the Shia LaBeouf Indiana Jones because I was just like, this just ain't it for me. It doesn't feel like it.
There's parts of it that feel like Indiana Jones. Most of the time, it's the parts without Shia LaBeouf in it.
Sure.
Like, cause like I think inherently there's nothing wrong with old Indiana Jones.
Right.
Like, old Indiana Jones is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but only the good parts.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
I'm good with it.
It was just this. There was just some weirdness
worried
in
about
what
it
they
being too
decided to do
Sure.
Worst case scenario,
with
paint over
that
it.
whole character. It was because they know how to do a father-son relationship. They
Sure,
did
the
it in
lights
3,
don't shine.
and then in 4 they're just like
See the
they
brown
forgot. I
things.
guess.
And I don't think it was a Transformers crossover. I think it was an Even Stevens crossover.
I thought holes. I don't. They're both wrong.
We listen.
They spent time underground. That's the end of my list.
Listen, you guys, this is it. This is the Shia LaBeouf
He uses a
cinematic
shovel.
Universe. Yeah.
The first,
The Shia LaBeouf
Yeah.
cinematic universe. This is what it is.
the first
Yes,
Nazi's the
LCU.
hardest.
I love the SLCU. Yeah. No, that's a fair point. I think that's the thing, though, is that it's like, yeah, I just genuinely think that those trilogies have, like, there's something for everything, and like, there's something to be said about, like, remembering certain things. I think it was Freddie Prinze Jr. was, like, on a radio show or whatever, and I think Freddie Prinze was in, like, a Star Wars thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like voice acting wise.
Sure.
Like, he's
Oh, okay.
actually fairly prominent in voice acting.
Huh.
apparently.
Okay.
But he was kind of talking about how he was like, yeah, he's like, I don't get all the discourse around people being like, this isn't Star Wars. This isn't. It's like, dude, these J.J. Abrams movies, they're not made for you, man.
Right.
Neither were the original. Neither were the prequel trilogies. Those weren't made for you. You
Right,
are no
right.
longer a kid.
Right.
As soon as you pass 14 years old, they don't care about you.
Yeah.
They care about the next 14-year-old. Which is a weird sentence to say, but like that's the demographic.
That is true,
Like
yeah.
it's just a predominant truth.
And in fact, I remember Chris saying that a lot of like, just because something isn't, you're not the audience or something doesn't mean it's bad inherently.
Yes. Yeah. Chris is
Yeah, smart guy.
smart ass, really.
Hey, you're thinking about it.
It's
No
true.
such thing as bad press.
What is that from? That
Yeah.
specific retelling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Leonard.
Oh yeah.
It's
No
all
such
your-
thing as bad press.
Oh,
About
yeah.
your weird penis or something like that.
Once. Sorry, I was trying to say once a hobby.
Yep.
I'm contractually obligated. Are y'all not? I
I am
don't. Okay, good.
with myself. I don't know what devil you signed a contract.
Nate.
I don't.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's
It's
like, you
like,
know
you
that
know-
show that I don't know at all and have never seen? Keep quoting it.
You know that show you keep bringing up, and I'm like, I don't know. Please keep talking about it. What?
Yeah.
What would you say that you covet the most, Hamster?
What do I covet the most?
Hey, Rabbit Burner, how you doing?
Hi, Rabbit Burner. Honestly, it's Rabbit Burner. That's what I covet.
What about
What color magic is magenta?
Magenta would be closest to illusion.
Okay.
Like
I just
magenta's pretty close to purple.
Yeah, I just really like the. I just really
Just
like
do that,
it
then.
for this. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to tie it into like what actually like works in our world.
I understand. I think,
Bigby's hand is what? Evocation?
I actually don't know off the top of my head.
Bigby's hand seems like it'd be either evocation
I don't
or
use it enough to know.
conjuration, right?
I feel like
It's not conjuration because it deals with force, and conjuration generally deals with real things or teleportation.
I'm pretty sure it's evocation.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Is that like it deals
What color?
with force.
What color is
so
evocation?
Red. So magenta would still work.
This functions. Yeah. So this functions. Then I can make the hand like a more.
The only other thing I could think it would be is.
Bigby's evocation. Popular size.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's go.
tacticals.
I'm a genius.
I was like, someone in this chat right now is telling us. Like, like I know this in my bones.
what is levitate?
Levitate is transmutation.
What color is transmutation in our world?
Orange.
Orange?
It's like an amber.
I can make the disc orange
Yeah.
pretty easily, and that'll actually go with the magenta well. Because it feels like there's still like some. You could justify it's like yeah transmutation, but like you could also like justify like there's some evocation like involved in getting this thing to work. It's kind of like a blend.
Sure.
So let's say like yeah.
I think that's the point. Is to say like there's certain things about that.
There's certain things about
During the succotash.
The wizard just leveled up to 13. 7th level spells. Let's go, baby. 7th level is when it starts getting really fun, in my opinion.
Really? You think it takes 7 levels of spells to get interesting?
I will never get a 7th level spell. I had to make one. I had to lose an eye and build a 7th level spell and keep it housed in my eye socket to get one of them.
Yeah, look at how cool it is.
It's very good, but I did make it myself.
There are cool spells before 7, but like
Maybe
7th is when you start thinking about like the end game like spells. I think that's when you start thinking about like just your coolest. That's when your coolest stuff starts.
Let's talk about magenta. I think magenta is to Hamster as purple is to Nate.
Oh yeah?
It's a good color. I really like the way that this is coming out.
What do you love about magenta?
I really like it for kind of organic things, like really any skin tone, even like non-human skin tones. It makes it feel like really living, like almost like I guess blood under the skin sort of look. You put some magenta in the shadows and almost anything, it'll make
honestly,
it
it depends on the angle, which is weird because like there's some parts I really like it.
Sorry, Hamster. I wasn't trying to.
No, that's fine.
I was trying to from your answer. Please say it again.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I think I like it for anything organic, like, especially skin tones. Even, like, non-human skin tones, it's almost like blood under the skin. Like, flushing.
yeah.
But even there's, like, a little bit of kind of purpley magenta on some of the set we did for Pathfinder, the plants.
Yeah.
There's kind of some magenta, so I like to add it to
the
the...
vine lashers and stuff.
You know, with like the living colors, like greens and stuff, I like to add like magenta and that kind of
Wayne's
stuff.
Brothers, yeah.
Yeah.
What? What?
In living color. The you know show?
The sketch show.
Yeah, it was a sketch show that had the Wayne's Brothers, Jim Carrey, just a couple other people. Shoot, I can't remember more. But that is
And
a really good
magenta.
point. And magenta.
Little known, lesser known person on the show.
Unseen Servant. Conjuration.
Unseen Servant is.
Because you are summoning the thing here.
Yeah.
A lot of those things are like weird. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I got my phone. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't.
Unseen Servant is Conjuration. I'm a genius again!
Love.
What color is
it's a little
Conjuration?
bit easier to do dry brush on it because it's hard to get this iridescent of a dry brush.
Yeah.
All right,
So I'm
now
trying to put
hear me
this-
out. You're gonna hate
trying to put
this.
this-
What if you do that and then dry brush over it?
I don't hate it.
What?
It'll. It's probably the easier way to do it. Is like put
And
this.
it's not like you could have done the iridescent without this base and dry brush over
That's
it.
what I mean,
You
is
did
that,
still
like,
need
yeah.
this base to pull this off.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be good.
What color is Conjuration?
That's more of the yellow. So if the transmutation is like an orange and amber, like that goldish kind of brown, the conjuration is more of a yellow. It's like kind of like a striking
I can just hit with Arcane Acid.
saffron or sunflower yellow.
So I'll hit with Arcane Acid. Okay, so Unseen Servant will be.
You're your first hoax. Hamster thinks burps are very common.
This wasn't expecting it.
Anything better with Arcane Acid? Yeah. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Honestly, yeah.
I'm really enjoying the stuff I'm painting today. It's fun. I haven't done stuff like this before. Oh wow. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Did it come out a lot?
Yep. It like squeezed out the side. It probably almost went on my shirt. Honestly, it got a real side squirt going on. But I'm doing all the translucent spell effects from Bones, and so I'm trying to hit them with translucent paints that match up with the colors they are. All the schools of magic have like specific colors in our home games world, and so I'm trying to match up the effects to the color associated with like that school of magic. and I'm really enjoying it.
Phone over here.
Because then... And the only other one is Spiritual Weapon, which is a Conjuration? It's Conjuration or Revocation.
Pretty sure it's common.
This is the thing, like you're summoning something, it's not changing an existing weapon. Let's see. It always hit him with some really dark washes to make the highlights stand out. Arcane Acid is pretty nice. Do you have the Rude Hand? I do not. I've been thinking about going into the Vocation, which is the Magenta. Yes. Yeah, what was spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Magenta? I guess it's the thing.
Hamster's getting
Okay.
magenta.
Alright, yeah, no, I know what to do. Got
The
it.
magenta agenda.
Okay. So I'm going to have the Conjuration color, or the Evocation color, be in the smoke propping it up, and the weapon itself will be Arcane Acid because it's usually going to be radiant.
Hey everybody. We may not have made the list. Don't forget to
Vote in the Annies.
yes, that was actually what I was gonna say.
I got a vote just to vote for games represent people. Like I'm really happy they got nominated. Like Daniel and Agatha and everybody else that works with them. Like put a
was the
lot of work
category?
into that. Best podcast.
Oh, cool.
They put a lot of.
Daniel's on the Avatar thing. I thought I saw him.
Yeah, he's working on the Avatar project.
Nice.
Read someone talking about that earlier.
Got it.
Yeah. I do need to back it. I'm just trying to figure out
Alrighty.
financially what
Hey,
I can do.
I did.
Yeah, but I want to support it.
Sure.
You know.
You want to support the thing that's already made $7 million?
Look, man. Avatar.
Damn.
I wish I had the Rude Hand. I tell you what.
I'd give it to you what for?
I'd give you the Rude Hand in a heartbeat.
But no, Avatar's really important to you, and that's why. You know.
No,
Well, no, I don't want to say really important. I just mean like it's a really enjoyable story, and I just think that like that's why you want to back it. Like it's not.
So yeah, I want to support the fact that they've hired people for it. That I'm really happy they've hired for it.
Yeah. Just do the $25.
Was that the core book?
Yeah, you still get the PDFs and stuff.
We'll see. It's just like with the move and everything. Like money's a bit.
Well, that's all I mean. Is it like there's that's what across the board. That's what low tiers in Kickstarters are for.
But also, if you don't have the money to support it right now, it has made $7 million. So
And also, there's
you're-
like 21 days to go. There's like 20 days. It's like,
Yeah.
So it's like it's not done. I think this is enough of a testing data.
No, I feel like I'm just gonna go away and move financially from
Oh yeah.
like spring. Over the hump.
Real thing.
Okay. Okay.
So you're talking about the pieces, but it was very
It was funny.
appropriately timed.
Okay.
Okay.
Guess other people have problems with the moves.
Okay.
What color transmutation?
Orange, amber, close
Orange
to gold.
amber. And these guys art evocation, which is
Magenta red.
magenta red. So I'm gonna go more red for the hand.
Alright, I think it's fine. I think if I keep fiddling with it, I'll just like it less and less. So
Feel that.
I'm just trying to get some of this iridescent on here so I can get a little bit more of a testing area against the dry brush. Yeah. To make sure it's enough of a good idea.
Yeah, that scans and tracks. That tramp. Scats. No, this all sucks!
It's okay, Miles.
You know, this is why I love
You
this.
don't need to compulsively combine words, Miles. Why
No,
not?
no.
This is why.
You'll get a conky donk situation.
Well timed.
Yeah, go for it. You're more than welcome.
Let's go!
So, Hamster, I'm going to ask you about this in a second.
Uh-oh.
Bring it on. I can't wait. I'm all out of paint. And I'm here to paint. So could you give me some paint?
Okay.
I'm here to paint minis and talk with my friends. I almost had a heart attack.
What is that?
That's Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
I'm here to kill chaos.
That's a game that I can't wait for.
We don't have to.
You've already played it.
Well, I was gonna say don't we have a demo out?
For that? I don't know.
Pretty sure they dropped a demo like day one.
I can't remember it distinctly.
Ooh.
Oh, yo!
This is our new Smith and Forge.
Oh yeah, he was telling me about that. I was like, dang.
So I just want to show you this.
Ooh.
So I've put it on the wood, and
That's
my
cool.
this is what Miles was saying. Might have to put some dry brush on it.
Yeah.
For what what's the effect you're going for? What's
So
the
I would
damage
love
for?
it to be just a little bit subtler.
Oh,
And I
sure.
was like, I wish I could dry brush this iridescent paint, but the problem is it's not really. It doesn't seem like it's possible to do that with this stuff. Like it's so
It is
thick.
thick.
It's like it's more viscous than the other paint, so you can't really like dry brush on your hand or whatever, and then still
Yeah.
have stuff on the brush enough to like give it the nice effect that I wanted it. So I'm gonna attempt putting a lighter, just additional brown dry brush on top of it. See if that helps.
Yeah, try that. Try that. I mean, I think you can dry brush with it. It's just that you gotta clean the brush a lot because it'll get chunky.
Okay.
But
How would I do that? It would just be.
now you do want to do the brown if you want to start with that.
Yeah, this was a test. I would
Yeah.
be like, I have all the rest of the stuff that I could.
What's
do the
stopping
dry
you
brush.
from what's stopping you from dry brushing? Like what don't you like about dry brushing?
Not so much that I don't like it. I'm not certain how to do it.
Just
Because as I was trying to do it right here,
yeah.
I was doing my normal.
Just dabbing and it was
Yeah,
really
yeah. I was
heavy.
doing. Yeah, it just really wasn't getting anything going. It looked like it wasn't really doing it well. So I was.
So, do you have a brush that you like really don't care about?
Give me.
Give me here.
No, there's also stuff in here that I don't.
I have so many of these and I don't like them. So, these are. Please beat them up for me.
Okay. So take that.
So use a brush and really rub it off. Like really rub it off.
You mean
So, on the
get
towel.
the
On
paint
towel.
on, get as much paint on, and then
Like
just like
literally, you could even take the brush and like
okay,
light touch.
okay.
Like literally like a feather duster.
Any
Up and
water?
No water.
beforehand?
No water.
I just mean like before. No, nothing.
None
just
at
dry.
all. Dry
Okay.
brush, light touch, and make sure a bunch of the paint is off, because it is gonna be. So the thing about those paints
Mm-hmm.
is they can do two kind of opposite things. And what you're seeing is on a dark base,
Yeah.
they're gonna be super bright and look like their color.
Yeah.
On a light base, the surface will mostly look like the base color on only a certain angle. It'll be almost like pearlescent, right? Like where it's kind of that whitish color, but then at certain angles it reflects sort of purpley, whatever. It's more like that. So since you have a dark base color, it's gonna
You're
show
gonna
up
want
a
a
little
lot
more.
less on the brush.
So you need less paint, yeah.
Got it. I knew the technique of the dark,
Sure.
that part, but like in terms of dry brushing, that does make more sense.
Yeah. It's just basically like less goes further, so like just
Yeah.
use less.
That's already what I'm seeing.
So I hopefully it's you like
Well, this is what I like more. I like
Yeah.
like this, and I'll just. This is why I did that.
So,
I was
but
like,
no, look at this though. What I like about this, and I did the same thing on the swamp boat, where almost like the outer parts where there'd be more
Yeah.
is more brown.
Yeah.
So take the brown and just do it on the edges, on the sides of the boards. There's like nuts and bolts, and so like as it gets centralized, there's more of the purpley.
yeah.
Hey,
Are you joining?
Are you joining? Yeah,
Yeah,
please!
yeah.
Thanks, everybody! Yay! Claps in the chat. They're going wild. I know it. They're going wild out there in the chat.
Wow, Tyler, your ship's so big, you shouldn't have brought that whole thing.
Yeah, I wonder who else has a giant thing to consider.
Yeah, I wonder who cares what you think.
Dang! Shoot! Oh, beans.
Beans?
The musical fruit.
Nope. Shut that down.
Merc said I did a dry brush in the interference to give the ice caverns kind of an icy look. Yeah, it is very, very reflective. So it'll.
Nice. That's a really cool idea.
What's in the box?
I think the thing just is a box.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the box yet, but there's going to be once she's done with it.
Depends on how much more I bother her. Thank you, Miles, for the small chuckle. The imperceptible chuckle.
Yeah, sorry. The audience at home didn't catch that one.
That's a superhero name.
The imperceptible
Imperceptible chuckle.
Yes. Aha.
This?
Blasted armchairs.
Oh.
You guys talking about me? Is that what I'm
Yep.
Good.
That's you. Nice.
Keep moving it. What about Mace?
She's got a big old box.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
She got a.
Somebody call Frasier.
No. What would he have to do with this?
What is gonna make about a silence?
Mercy. Maybe I seem a bit confused. Well, maybe. But I got you pegged. Me on this later. I'm really backed up right now.
Well, I don't know what to do.
Alright, so we've all seen this show.
It's a good thing that nobody who holds a position of power in our company watches this show.
Just
That's
Jay.
fair. That's reasonable.
Do you think Jay's like secretly like a huge fan of our
Can't wait till
streams?
they invite me to
He's been watching the whole time. now.
It's like, how do I make
I
cufflinks
thought they
with
would at least do it on my birthday.
that? Aww.
I don't know why he's like a monster, but
Yeah, you gotta figure that out for yourself.
It's an ARG.
He's actually a pretty nice guy once you get past the monster part.
it really was a hard battle.
What is
So what are we talking about besides Jay?
Whatever this is. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
sorry
just
I made
always
it
going to
awkward.
Google.
Dang, roasted.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was
You can just like work on your type.
Wait, but
5.
someone did say what's in the box. So,
Type 5.
Mace, what is the box?
I'm putting Gwyneth Paltrow's head in it later.
Yeah, but explain to the chat what this thing is.
Okay, so there's this old quarter machine that I found on eBay that one side you would get a fortune out of it and the other side you get cocktail recipes. And I thought that was going to be a pretty cool addition to my home bar. And I also, so I've been following quarter machines for maybe 2 years now, and they're normally pretty expensive.
Oh, that's cool.
And this one I got a really good deal on because part of it's built with cardboard, but it works pretty well. And also, it's not hard to make those parts and order them. So.
I do love that part of your sentence made it sound like you instantly regretted it upon receiving it.
Oh, not at all. I'm amped for this.
I know you are, but when you said it, I was
yeah.
like, I thought it was going to be a great thing to add to my home bar.
And it is. I just I'm never sure of myself.
I think you made the right choice. And also, it's nice to have projects. It's nice to have things that, you get to work on, I guess.
Well, I gotta
It's nice
do
to have things in your
something
life to
on
care
hand.
about.
Why do you think I
Basically,
constantly
yeah.
buy miniatures?
You have a wife.
She's watching
the
the
fake
stream.
No. None of my laughs are fake, Mace.
That one was fake.
None of my laughs are fake.
So everybody go around and share your fake laugh, please. I got in a. That's not true. I got
That
in
is
a
a
very
fake
deep
laugh,
discussion with Toby yesterday, and we're trying to figure out who's fake laughing when they're fake
I
laughing.
don't know if I have a fake laugh.
You do.
I don't laugh at things that I don't find funny. I don't know.
That is true. That is true.
I barely laugh at things that I find funny.
Of Chris.
Oh yeah, no, I've definitely said things that Chris is just dead silent, and I'm like, oh, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Tough crowd.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do the laughing at things I don't find funny thing.
Yeah, you can.
I really can't.
I don't know. I feel like you fake laugh at a lot of jokes.
It's kind of a perception, isn't it? It's not an
True.
actual
Maybe I'm
logical
projecting.
evaluation.
Anyway. Hamster, what's your fake
This
laugh?
is fun.
You already did it.
Which
What?
one? Which one was it?
I think my problem is I do genuinely find just too many things
I don't
funny.
know about that.
I agree
If
with
laughing
that,
is a compulsion, then laughing because you feel awkward is still real laughter, just has a different purpose.
So in that way, is that fake or real?
Yeah,
Is
like
that
it
what you're
depends
trying
on
to
your definition of fake. Like,
Right.
Like,
just
laugh
when
to
are
use-
you
make people.
forcing it?
I never laugh to make people feel better.
Oh.
Yeah, I usually laugh to make them feel worse.
Oh my god!
How's that working for you?
Pretty well, actually.
Honestly, 100% success rate.
Gotta be real. Haven't missed once.
Alright, well that's all I have prepped for tonight.
I think the issue is you asked a table.
Shut up.
You asked a table of people who
Is
were
that you,
like.
type 5? You asked a group of people what?
You asked a table of people who are generally speaking, honest to a fault, what their fake laughs are like. And I was
That's
like,
not
I don't know.
true. You guys are all liars.
Yeah, I definitely lying.
this time I know she's projecting.
Yeah, I like.
That was a fake laugh, by the way. I just wanted Miles to feel good.
Never have asked.
Why did I come here?
No, I'm happy I'm here. I'm just sad that I asked.
Only Chris asked my very good gaming question that I asked earlier, which was asked so long ago that neither Chris nor Mace were here. Have you been playing any cool new video games lately?
I was here.
Yeah, I've been
Sorry, I
absolutely.
meant Tyler and Mace.
I've been absolutely obsessed with Hunt's Showdown, in which you are. It's got 1800s in the bayou, and you're a demon hunter. And so you spawn in on maps and you're trying to kill these. There's zombies
I
rolling
talked to you
around.
about this game.
Yeah, and And so everyone is trying to find clues to get to the main boss to banish it for a bounty. But there's other hunters about, trying to get the bounty as well. So you gotta fight them off for the bounty and extract with the bounty out the bayou.
I love it. I love it. How's it been going? Have you hit the skill gap of the people who have time to play 24/7 yet? Or are you still
Yes,
holding
because
in there?
I have had no life.
Okay, so you're still there. You're still
Right.
competitive with them.
So I got past the. I just drove through that period where you're just like bad all the time, and then started doing really well to the point where I was like, I should maybe stop. You know, like I should do something else.
This is a problem.
I'm getting G Fuel contracts.
Yeah, actually, I'm on a TSM now. That's funny enough.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, I'm actually leaving to join.
Yeah, I'm quitting to be a
I'm-
full-time streamer. I bought the game 2 weeks ago, but
I'm joining FaZe Clan.
Can I get the umber flesh paint? Because I'm gonna need to go back over this.
but honestly,
This is nice.
Ebony Flesh or the?
Ebony flesh. Yes.
Okay.
That was what I used to basically these parts.
one of the more interesting things, you know, like as shooters have progressed, like they kind of get like faster and faster and faster, right? But in this game, you know, just because of the era, well, because of the era, the fire rates are really low, the reload times are really long, because you're doing like, you know,
It's
like,
1800.
It's like yeah.
It's like revolvers and like
exact, and like lever actions. Maybe
Lever
it's like
action.
the fastest guns are like the lever action. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a refreshing to go back to just like it's really tactical
nice.
because you can't just like mag jump on somebody. You know, you can just like unload.
Makes a lot of sense.
What did you? I guess you already answered your question, Miles, because you asked it earlier, but I didn't get to hear it. But
I didn't actually.
briefly. Oh, okay.
I don't. I've been playing a little Kingdom Come Deliverance,
Right.
which has been interesting.
I saw you on that the other day.
It's weird because like it looks the way the game is built. It feels like at some point I'll be able to like choose what I'm doing, but I'm really enough in the game that it feels like I'm just pressured to do the next quest right away without being able to explore anything at all. In a way that's like stressing me out. I'm like, when do I get to the part where I can just slow down
Play.
if I want to?
Like I just kind of want to play. I like your system. I think it's cool. When do you want me to just play with it?
Yeah. So I don't know when that'll happen, but hopefully soon. But it's been neat. I mean, I was kind of inspired to play it because I was playing Chivalry with Tyler, but he can't play 24/7. And I wanted to like a similar kind of game, but also like single player story based as well. So I'm like, this is as close as I'm gonna find right now, I think, with no research. So I wasn't really willing to actually look into it. I just knew about this game already.
What was that game I saw you playing that like started with an A?
Sprite.
Oh yeah,
that's
what is
that's my pixel art program.
Oh, cool,
So I
cool,
do
cool.
like pixel art and pixel.
I remember
and stuff.
seeing you. I think you showed some of that to me like a year or more ago.
Oh,
It was looking really cool.
I've done some stuff. I like it. Honestly, whether or not I'm doing it, it's pretty like on or off, hit or miss. Whether or not I've been working on it at all.
Sure.
But recently I've been making some assets for me, Chris, and Tyler's thing we do. I don't know.
What, this role-playing thing?
Well, yeah, but we're starting to try out some other
Tell
stuff.
me about this. This role-playing game.
We do an actual play of Dungeons and Dragons every Wednesday, but we're currently in a hiatus because we're attempting to do some new things with our channel.
Ooh, that's cool.
We want to do more things with it. We want to not only do more things with it, but we want to produce better work. We like our game and we like how we implement it, but there's some parts of it where we're like, when you just cut together a game that you've played together that you've recorded, it's not really that interesting. Not to say that my players aren't interesting, but it's to say that like
You're not.
Well, like how much further can it go?
how much further can it go? Our talents as both
Yeah,
video
you guys are all
people and
performative
artists
people, yeah,
and
yeah.
musicians. So for instance, like one of the things I'm trying to contribute to our main campaign is more art. I'd love to do more like animatics or things like that just kind of like help round out some of the visual why you should watch it. Why you should watch it instead of listen to it, or not watch it or listen to it at all, right?
Sure.
But on top of that, we've decided that we were also gonna try to do some games. We're gonna do some
nice.
extra streams besides just our regular content, and we've already got other games that we want to try in terms of tabletop stuff, and we're also trying to do some charity stuff, or just like other people who maybe want a space to do their own games as well. Not necessarily exactly that. We have like one person we're kind of talking to, but more than that, I think we also want to try to do some like script reads, script reads, so that we can, because we know enough actors and writers and stuff in the city that like maybe just want a way to, hey, I've got a script that I just need to kind of like hear out loud.
Yeah, we've got a good amount of us are screenwriters and stuff like that, so it's just...
The reason I've been on Asebright lately was making a new couple overlays for when we start doing gameplay stuff. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he made a really cool one. Really like
I don't doubt that.
For some of the stupid projects I've tried to throw myself into is relatively simple. It's Chrono Trigger.
Yes. Does anybody have glue on them currently?
Glue? No.
The Gorilla Glue?
I'll go grab some. I
Was just right in the shop. There's a bunch of it. So.
I just need to finish assembling this last hand, and then I'm ready to do washes, and all the spell effects are done.
Nice.
Nice! Man, how are we gonna get that thing on the DSLR?
I don't know if we will. I just kind of wanted to. I just wanted to get the effect. You know, like when I originally listed it in the game, I was like, oh, this is what it's like, and I'm like, you know, it's okay if it's just for us.
Let's go!
Yeah.
What?
This keeps like rattling.
Do you need some more space?
No. Oh yeah, you spoiled me. It's still gonna rattle, but.
That's fine.
Oh
I
shit!
didn't even notice it. So.
Oh fuck!
Oh, this actually solved my problem.
Actually did it.
Oh.
Damn. My friends love me.
No, it's not relevant.
It's always relevant.
No.
It's the relevant in the room.
Relevant rainbow.
I love that. Man, talking about the relevant in the room, am I right?
Do you think that's the first?
See, I was trying to elicit some fake laughs, but if that was a fake laugh, I'll eat my hat. thought I could entrap someone.
Eat
for
it.
you, Mace.
Eat your hat.
Do it on the stream.
Row, row, row.
Row.
That's an eating sound, Mace.
Alright.
That's like a Muppet eating.
Yeah.
Rah, 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 rah.
I will say, video game wise, I was playing City Skylines for a little bit recently. Alright, sorry. I know everybody in the chat.
Oh, I know it.
But everybody in the chat's gonna be like, of course, you love The Sims, you love Minecraft, you would play City Skylines.
Alright,
No one is saying that.
Now you're definitely projecting.
It definitely
Oh,
makes sense
maybe.
that you would like that, and it tracks in a good
And I'm glad you're having fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, also that thing is known as a good game. Like,
Oh, good. Well, I'm having fun.
Good, good.
Well, good!
Alright! I'm sorry I'm projecting so much. Anyway,
That's awesome. What's? I don't actually know anything about the game.
you're building cities.
it's a better
And
Sim
you
City.
make infrastructure, and the more you level up, the more modern day or like fancy you are able to get. So like you start with dirt roads, and then simple roads.
Oh, so kind
And
of like
then-
Civ in that way, where it's like you
Yeah.
like progress technologically.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
Okay, cool.
And
Not for me, but cool.
no, it's a lot of fun because you also get to put in train systems, and like you kind of just get to map out everything.
Oh, do you get to dictate where the trains go?
You build everything. Like everything, it's like you have a patch of land, and then you can buy more land too. But you start with a small patch, and you have to make it so the city doesn't go bankrupt and all your citizens are happy.
Right. Okay. So that's why you send out the
It's
police
like-
force
it's basically-
to go
you're
break
just-
into their homes and you shoot them.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
Okay.
a major part of getting taxes, you know,
Right.
but it's mostly about just it's like managing a plot of land, and
That's
you get to rule over people that live there.
Welcome, Ravenkin. You made it. You should make a fantasy City Skylines. Yeah, City Skylines is basically just better SimCity.
Yeah,
Like-
it is. It really is.
He was one of the lighting assistants. He was one of the gaffers for Garrett, Dexter. He is like super.
Laboratory?
He's super into public transit, and he like made like the entirety of like the New York City like subway system in City Skylines, and then he used it to like show like, look, here's how you can improve it, and like start like.
Well, that's the best part of it is being like, all right, I have a small blueprint. Like, how do I make it so that it's the best possible?
Yeah.
No, it's very.
That's really cool. He takes that and sends it to the New York City Planning Committee. Like,
Here's a video game I'm playing. This is why you guys are failing.
Oh, you're pouring dice? That'd be kind of a fun thing to do on stream at some point too.
Yeah, I'd love that.
I know Nina has played around with making dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have all the tools here.
Yeah. Just make it out of resin.
What does it say, you mean?
Yes.
figured out the solution, Hamster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that purple the way it is. I also kind of like it, and I'm gonna make the back like captain's quarters in a similar, like striking purple. Way. I just finished Axiom Verge.
What was that? I saw you playing that. What is that?
It's a Metroidvania. They just had a sequel come out.
No, it's not yet. They're still.
Sure. I thought it was like the bestseller list for.
Well, I think it's only in pre-order is the thing, right? I don't think it's out. But the point is that yeah, it's a sci-fi. Yeah, it's Metroidvania style game where you're going around a solid map. And you're blocked in progression because of certain abilities. You have to get certain abilities to keep pushing through the story or whatever. Yeah. But it's actually just really fun. It's got a really cool story. And I don't know, the gameplay is actually really interesting and fun. There's a lot of cool little secrets that you can find. And I had a good time. I am excited for a second one because it's like I'm interested to see how that would work. Given with how it ended.
Ooh, mysterious.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I was also playing. I've also been trying to. Because I got it on my PS5. I got a.
You have a PS5?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I got. Yeah, I forgot it.
Okay.
Tomorrow. I got Avengers.
Oh.
I got Marvel's Avengers because it was like super cheap.
Nice.
And it's boring.
Nice. Hell yeah. Oh man, I'd probably love it, huh?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. Why would you think that I said it's boring and then you would love it? What's your perspective of like, oh, if it's a boring Tyler, why would you like it?
Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley.
Right. Nothing like that.
Generally speaking, a lot of the games you think are boring, I do end up enjoying.
And that's what I mean. It's like it's not that. It's boring in that like it has this. The combat in it is so slow, and it's so just like.
Is it like the Aquaman game?
Have you played the Aquaman game?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's bad. It's like so repetitive.
Yeah, you're just it's not fun. I guess is the point. It's like it's not that it's boring me as the games I like to play. It's boring me just from a space
They
of
could have done better than Marvel.
it's so like
Yeah.
And to think that
I
they
mean-
have Spider-Man?
Just looking
Well,
at the colors together.
He's not in the
So
game.
however you implement
But
it,
like
it's
the
gonna look
Spider-Man games are
Spider-Man games are
phenomenal.
awesome.
Yeah,
It's
even
a-
like
it's a
sweet. Really
different team,
striking
though.
with that blue. I like
Okay.
Yeah,
how
it
takes
is a
to the
different
next
studio.
level.
So it's like Marvel is able to say like, hey, let's have these properties exist all at once, but like different studios
we gotta
execute
house
the
it off
game.
because we have so
I'm
much.
Yeah,
sorry,
so
it's-
Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics were the ones who. What's up?
It's so funny watching you paint that shit because it's so big. You're just
You're like, yeah,
The way you're holding right now, it looked like you were like, "Hey, what's up?"
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. So-
Apparently, the game director said that the Black Panther DLC should spice things up, but like
That's
I kind of
good.
feel like that's what they said about the last.
That is what they said about the last time. My core problem with the game is that it's just like it's hard to play. It's just distinctly hard to do anything. Like that's more interesting than just okay, here's the same map that I saw.
Yeah,
and
right.
now I'll go do this mission and fight all these guys and then do this and then the story that you get in between is about like 5 minutes long and then
Yeah.
it's like it's the harder difficulty is like, oh, the enemies just deal more damage and they have more health and you deal less damage. It's like okay, so that's not that interesting.
right.
So that's my biggest problem with it. But
alright.
I've been playing, but that's why Axiom Verge was better. And now I'll probably play some more Chivalry 2, and then I'm still working through Red Dead 2 because I'm just like I'm taking my time with it. I'm like, I'm at this groove where like I'll play one story mission and then it's like, well, here's a bunch of other things you could go do. I'm like, I'm gonna go do those other things.
Yeah.
I would rather like I know Rockstar is whatever, you say what you will or feel what you will. I know that Chris has particular opinions, but it's like that wasn't a dig. That was meant to be like I know that like some of your opinions are in that realm where it's like yeah I just don't I think this is pretty boxed in. I'm just not interested in their story. And like for me, I'm like no, I'm interested in this story and I like this gameplay. I like Red Dead 2 in terms of its gameplay, and so like I wish more of the story structured itself around some of that, because like the most interesting things to do in the game have nothing to do with the main story.
Sure.
And it's sort of like, okay, and then they do the Rockstar thing.
Like the Babs.
Yeah.
But like the
Unless those do have something to do with the main story.
no, they have nothing. They have nothing. But like the Rockstar thing where it's like, okay, you got to make sure that you go to this spot in this specific location, otherwise your mission doesn't progress. And it's like, okay, so you're giving me every tool to complete this thing to say like, this is open-ended, do it any way you like.
Right.
But actually, it's do it this way, otherwise your character model is not going to be in the place that we need it to be in for the game to actually function.
Sure.
Yeah, one of the things I found was it's a weird balance I think they were trying to strike and they failed. Or it didn't fail. There's something like, but you're gonna hit some troubles when you're trying to make something like immersive and like open and clear. Like you can't have all three.
Yeah.
Like doing something with like having as little instructions as possible and making it very immersive that way can be great as long as you can make it inherently clear in the game what you're supposed to be doing, which usually happen by making it so you don't have that many choices.
Mechanics.
You know?
You do it in the mechanics. You can do these things, but you can do these things paired with this
Yeah,
other
it's
stuff.
like the God of War where there was like there was less. It was
the newest one.
the newest one. You know, like it's more immersive that way, but it doesn't lose clarity because it's not trying to also be a big open world simulator.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you add in you can go anywhere and do anything, it muddies things up a little bit to the point where I'm like, I'm not sure what you expect me to do, and you're not telling me so you can be more immersive. You know, I'm like, be clear. Like, if it matters if I do this within a certain time, you need to tell me that. Or, like, it's just... I think that's where some parts of it fell apart for me. Overall, I enjoyed the time I spent in it, but I also didn't spend that long in it.
I'd also still love to play. We played online for a little bit. I'd love
Yeah.
to keep doing that.
Yeah, honestly, I think that'd be a fun thing to dip into again. 'Cause it's been a while.
Are you okay?
Just sing it.
Yeah, that was Chris, you been playing anything? Oh, I guess you already answered. Never mind. We don't care.
Well, seeing Final Fantasy has made me curious about resubbing again.
Please do.
Can get to Max and finally do Endgame.
I wish I enjoyed MMOs more, because I would. I've seen you play 14, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this just looks fun.
You can be a bunny boy now.
If I liked MMOs, right?
See,
I can see everything that's cool about this, and you've talked about it a lot. And you're like, oh, this is really cool how they made this story thing, or like how they tied this thing in from these series, and yeah, like down the line. And I'm like, I just wish I liked playing that game style.
I mean, I was really enjoying it, honestly. It's just like, it's a big commitment, so I just kind of fell off for a little bit, which
Sure.
I think certain games are good for that, where you enjoy them for, a month or two, and then you come back to them, and I'll definitely go back to it. So it was not that I didn't stop because I didn't enjoy it, but I did put it down for a little bit.
And I definitely go through phases with it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really play like leading up to the move, and I just started playing a game like this last week. Just because like as life gets busy, as I get other things on my mind, like I don't go in and do the dailies anymore. But every now and then I do go in and do the dailies, and it's a good time.
That makes a lot of sense.
So I recently got back into it, finishing some of the stuff that. I don't know. This next expansion's coming up. And it looks
Yeah.
extremely good. The last expansion they did was just phenomenal.
What's the new one?
The new one is Endwalker. Comes out in a couple months, and very stoked about it. So I'm just trying to make sure I've done everything I wanted to do in the game up to this point before Endwalker drops.
Maybe they did it once.
Yeah.
Sure.
That would be the ballsiest move.
To do it now.
A game reborn. I mean, a realm reborn.
Again.
A realm reincarnated.
Another realm reborn.
I think there's a game coming out. There's a game coming out that I think Mace, you'll probably like. Miles, you'll probably like. Chris, you'd probably like it too. But it's like
Just not me.
I actually just don't know if you're particularly into this style of game.
Sure.
It's I don't remember. I'm sorry that I don't remember what it's called. But like, it's about basically like road management.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just like you get a plot.
I love boring games. Like,
And I don't mean boring. I mean, like, I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. I wish I liked this style of game. But it's basically like, yeah, you get to in that same style that you're talking about, like with SimCity. You basically it's semi puzzle game where it's like, we want. Well, no, I'm saying semi where it's like.
You're using a semi.
There are certain goals with
That's a
certain
game
maps.
too.
There are certain goals with certain maps. Of
Okay,
like,
yeah,
okay,
sure,
like
sure.
help us
You
make
have
a
to project it, like...
help us
like-
make a highway that does these two things, and so you have to
Okay,
kind of like figure out
alright,
how to make
yeah.
it work.
It's like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Sure.
It just, when you said puzzle, I immediately went to like Candy
Raid.
Crush or something like
Oh,
that.
Candy
no,
Crush.
no. I mean, my first
Boo.
visual puzzle.
My mind always jumps to like puzzle platformers first, which it also is very much not. But I don't think of Candy Crush as a video game.
It's
No.
not.
Yeah,
I
It's
barely
really
think of it as a
not.
puzzle game.
yeah. I know.
It's also not.
I
but,
barely
like,
speak of it as candy.
He's just looking at his phone.
It just makes me think.
this tastes horrible.
God, I mean, if we had Willy Wonka, we'd be like on our phones already, man.
I'm sorry, go ahead,
Only.
Maze, though.
Yeah.
Oh no, it just I can't think of the example, but there's those ads that you get on like Twitter and stuff where it's like
Yeah.
help this knight get through
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing, and then I don't know what they're called, but like that kind of a puzzle game.
Only 14% of people can
Yeah,
do
exactly.
Right, but when you're sliding out the pieces to try and like get the thing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Apparently, they were releasing ads for like that kind of ad for games that weren't that at all for a while.
Yep.
And then they finally started, like enough people complained, I guess, they finally started actually putting those puzzles into some of the games. I still haven't downloaded any of them.
Strange world.
It's
Some of those
fascinating.
games are so strange where it's like you just see the video, even like more complex games, like they try to like release like mobile MMO. It's like this ad is not gameplay. Like this is just a video they made, and the game is like literally Candy Crush, but they're saying it's like, you know, Final Fantasy 14 on mobile. Like,
Just saying, Heidi Kudachira Tairo.
Did you see the
Anime
grandma
opening is what
one?
it's going for.
the grandma one? No, but there is a game
What?
on Steam called
The
Grandma.
grandma one?
There's this video, like Twitter's having a miniature buzz about it, where it's a video for a video game.
I like miniature buzz.
On on the App Store, where it's like, oh, a bride comes back to her house crying.
Yep, I've seen this.
The house is burning, and then the grandma's there consoling her, and then the grandma gets arrested, and in the window she puts up a piece of paper that says your husband's still alive. But then the rest of the video is like one of those like puzzle games. With something.
What?
It's just like, what did the grandma
Wait, I want to
do?
play this.
Wait, is the note a threat or a?
Nobody knows. You gotta play the game.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, no grandma spoilers. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah. No,
Or
no, I
yeah,
would.
is it your husband's still alive or your husband's,
Your husband's
still alive? Yeah.
Is it your husband's
Uh,
still alive? Or is it?
Let's try this out.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
Look at that. That looks cool.
Oh, you're doing clear?
Yeah.
I left,
that's neat.
yeah, so I didn't paint the bottom, and I left like a gap
Yeah.
where it would go up into the clear part of the sculpt.
This is all true. Yeah, it's all transitioning.
Why are there so many final bosses that are just a hand?
Well, that's a spell effect.
Because it was easier to program.
Really? That's why?
I don't know. I assume so.
Oh.
That's probably true.
Can I see a thing of water? I just needed my brush.
Oh, water cup?
This one, I actually did paint the bottom like a dumbass.
You might be able to scrape it off.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, so I might go through and do that. Just like try and strip the paint on the bottom. But I'm pretty happy with
That hand's awesome.
Yeah, that looks cool. What's the little dude spell? The green. Dude.
Unseen Servant.
Oh, nice.
I think there might be a couple other things you can use it for.
Yeah.
Like, you,
Looks
can, you can use this mainly Unseen Servant. You
But
could also
there are
use
probably
it
some
as
other
a
there are probably some other summons you can use it for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Faith
think
Spirit or Spirit Guardian or something like that.
Summon dude. Summon ghost dude.
You could also technically use it if you wanted to as like a this is me invisible or this is a double, like a double image or something like that. You could use it that way.
cool.
yeah.
So my I battle damaged these two outside ones.
Nice.
And I just put some paint on this guy. I just went with something very different than my usual strats.
I just thought.
Yeah, I love the middle one.
Yeah, it's very different than what I've been doing for all the others, but that turned out okay.
Oh, Chris, can you do the cam thing?
Oh yeah.
No, it's all good. You're working on your thing.
It's alright, you can't really see all the battle damage on him. And then this guy, yeah, I added like orange and blue like camo on it. Because that seemed like something someone would do on their mech.
Yeah, it looks
So-
sweet. I like this color combination.
These, that's what I'm gonna do. I was like, trying to figure out what it was. I was forgetting.
Yeah, we are.
It's alright.
We got
I'm gonna step away for a half a mo.
Oh, I like the sticker on your phone.
Thanks. That's very cool. It's cool, and so am
Yeah.
I.
Scooch into your spot a little bit.
Yeah, 100p.
100p.
No, B, I like that.
Oh man.
I like that. I'm gonna use that.
I like that.
Yeah, 100p.
100p.
That's the word. That's the definition of the like 100 emoji is 100p.
It's how you do the colon, type it in colon thing.
Right.
Gotcha.
Oh.
100p.
The no-clip doc on Final Fantasy XIV is really good. Yeah, it is. The entire
I need to
story behind
watch
the thing is really wild. Like Yoshi P and his team is they're
Made the game.
just phenomenal. One Hundo Yoshi P.
No, Yoshi. And he goes all in for like the convention and stuff, right? He'll come out in like cosplay. And
He
stuff.
comes out in cosplay.
Yeah.
He's like spoken very. He's like one of very few Japanese developers who's like spoken very openly on like trans issues and been like, yeah, we want to try and use this game to like help like create like more acceptance and stuff like that. And,
That's
like it's,
nice.
yeah, like it's very good stuff.
Miles in the chat saying, "Are y'all making fun of me?"
Give your fake laugh.
That is it.
The thing is that
Throwback.
the thing is that when I do that, it's like I'm not.
That's my laugh.
Alright, no one gets this.
It's only fun
okay.
for a few.
It's only fun for a day.
100p.
Can't tell if
Okay.
I can't tell if this smell is the paint or your box. There's a smell I've been smelling since it's been in our office together, or in our shared room, and it's a very like strong metallic
Think
scent,
about your
but I
terminology,
can't
Tyler.
tell if it's the paint or your box. I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know you know.
I'm talking about this box.
Okay.
It's probably the box.
Woo!
Yeah, but it smells kind of dry, so it's like it's
Oh,
a weird
dear.
thing. Like, is the box dry? Or
I heard if it isn't, it's a medical condition.
I heard that if it
from bitch.
if it is, it's cool. So.
It's okay.
Oh my god. How did I get here?
That makes me think of the Lois
That's
Lane
my
scene in
favorite-
Superman.
My favorite
Am I
SR7
flying?
song.
Do you know what I'm talking about? No?
What's a Superman?
Chat probably knows what I'm talking about. The Richard Donner. You gotta switch the camera, by the way.
Oh!
Oh.
Hey!
The Richard Donner film.
What about him?
The Superman film. There's a scene
Oh, yeah.
where Lois Lane is interviewing Superman for the first time. And as they're flying through the sky, she has like this weird poetry monologue where she's like,
Ew.
"Am I flying?" It was supposed to be a song, but the actress who plays her is a terrible singing voice, so they did not do that. And they had her do this like spoken word poem, and it's super weird.
That's weird. Why don't they just like kind of
Are you
get
real?
get a singer to sing it?
Yeah. No, that
Like
was
they've done a million times.
I have no clue.
That's odd.
But they like, yeah, it's like, are you a dream? I feel like a girl. I feel like a child or something like that. So weird. That's what I mean. It's like the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. And the best.
Girl.
Yeah, it's basically that. And like, and the best
And then
part
Shania
is.
Twain ripped it off.
And then. And then there's this moment right at the end where like she loses grip on his hand, because like there's this moment where he's like flying with her,
Like a
he's got his
rabbit.
hand outstretched,
Yeah.
and he's like holding her there, and she's just so like, oh, okay, I guess I could just, you know, she's fine. And then their hands slip and she falls, and it's the best cutaway gag to me because like she makes the most ugly sound where she's like, huh? And just like starts plummeting, and it's like so good.
Good for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for her.
Yeah.
Where's she following style?
Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Toy
Superman.
Story ref.
I've been having these weird dreams lately. Like, is any of this for real or not?
Anyway, hope you're doing good.
Like she's leaving a message.
Yeah. Anyway, just thought you wanted to know.
Call me back, Ma.
Miles, what?
He's going nuts.
Texting is my fake laugh. Is that what he said?
Texting lol.
I beat the game in 99%. So there's one of those like game ads going around on I think it's Instagram, might be Twitter. I can't remember. I just remember seeing it, and they're like, yeah, it's one of those like 99% can't solve this, and it's one of those puzzles where you have to move square by square, and you have to fill in every square without running out of space.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, none of these are actually possible. Like they're all set up where. Because like I'm very good at those puzzles because they're like one of the
99% literally can't. 1%'s programmer for the game.
1% don't understand the rules and think they figured it out.
1% treats the game like the Kobayashi Maru.
Ah,
Call back.
hey.
It's a Star Trek joke that I said. Yes. It's a Star Trek thing.
Right.
It's a joke
It's Kirk.
about a Star Trek thing.
Kirk, he takes the Kobayashi Maru, which is a famously difficult test. Wrath of Khan, they talk about it. It's a test that you're not supposed to pass because it's supposed to be an impossible test that is just supposed to test the captain under pressure.
Right. So
And
what
so
do we
he
got
cheats.
streaming next week?
Wait, are
He
we there?
cheats and he makes the program so he can. He cheated, and so he was able to make it winnable.
Sure. Anyway, what?
Kobayashi beef.
Robert Burner says no fake life here, but sucks you will know it.
You think I'm weak, and that's okay.
Well, the English don't. They're kind of ruthless with honesty, but also they have very good humor, so they're allowed to be.
Oh, very good humor.
They do.
That's
Okay.
humorous stuff.
Very good humor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fun.
I'm so sorry.
I can still be sorry and wrong.
Yeah, most people are.
Oh.
So what do we got going on next week on the stream?
Next week, next Wednesday,
Nobody asked
we're a
me if I would,
little.
actually.
So Nate is out of town next week.
Yep.
So there won't be the usual on the anvil. However, I'm seeing if we can do a little special kind of on the anvil stream instead.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna see how everybody feels about it and try to get that going. We'll see if it happens. If not, then there won't be an on the anvil next week. But I'm hoping we can do it. God damn it, Hamster. But the hobby hang, I believe, is gonna be on. There's no reason to cancel.
I'll
next
be
week, right?
here.
Yeah.
Hang or no, I will be in this building.
You might not be hanging, but I will be. Yeah.
God.
So that's
I don't think
I
it meant
just
what.
quit.
I don't think it meant that.
I know, I'm done.
I mean, this is why we come on a hobby hang, right? Like, this is
This is
just.
why everybody's here.
This is how it turns out every time.
I have no idea if this is in any way a pleasurable
This is
viewing
why Toby.
experience. Like, I don't know if anybody actually enjoys watching this, but I have a lot of fun doing it.
Well, Chris,
I
I
feel
mean,
that.
I feel like most people who watch this do the same thing that you do: is find something that really hurts them and just go for it.
Verdict says nope.
It's like I'm just contractually obligated to watch this. I keep thinking maybe you'll show like a cities prototype here or something.
I imagine that one day you'll.
Yeah. They're like,
hope
Thursday
it.
at 6. Hold on, I gotta work. Gotta watch this stream.
Sorry.
gotta watch this stream.
What is Critical Role doing?
I'm
tonight?
here for the channel points.
Critical
Just
Role
hoarding
is.
channel points.
Yeah.
They're doing.
I need to highlight my text.
Shoot, it's a one shot. They're doing some sort of.
Oh, hi Chelsea.
Doing some short. So I can't remember exactly what kind of short one shot they're doing this today, but they're doing something like that. Then next week they're doing an Exandria Unlimited wrap
Right.
up.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're giving a week break, and then they'll do a sort of like wrap party on that.
Yeah, because Exandria finished last Thursday.
I still need to check it out. I have not been able to watch the film. I didn't watch it live. I was just a little busy doing some other stuff. But
some of the episodes in the middle, I was in the middle of moving, so I didn't catch most of them. Like I was kind of like trying to watch while moving stuff around.
Yeah, it's a very different paced kind of show. So it's like it's weird because like knowing from the beginning that it was only going to be 8 episodes meant that it's like, okay, don't get too attached, which was sort of like some of these beats had to be a little bit faster, and so it was like it takes a lot more energy to watch.
It also meant that they weren't allowed to progress through it naturally, just because it was like, well, we've got like an expiration date on this, like we need to hit certain things in time.
Yeah.
So
Still really enjoyable through and through. Like
You're talking
still
about the
really
end of
like
Critical Role?
No, we're talking about their Exandria Unlimited, their 8-episode series that they just finished.
Got it.
Cool.
Yeah, the end of the main campaign, end of campaign 2, they got to do it as slow as they wanted because there wasn't a time limit on it. Much to the annoyance of some people who were watching, who were like, I want them to just go already, but they,
Really?
Yeah, there were a lot of...
The opposite. I thought
There were a fair amount of people who felt like they were just kind of dancing around it instead of just going in.
Oh, that's weird. Because like the spectrum of people that I was hearing from were more people who were like, I don't want them to end it yet. They should just keep going no matter what, and just like they should go to level 20. Like we should just get more people. Yeah.
A lot of the same people who felt that like didn't want it to actually end, like they didn't think that arc would actually be the end of the show.
So they were arguing that it's like we're not gonna see this end or whatever.
Yeah, it was just that they felt like the thing that they were dancing around doing at the end.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, I just want to. They just need to go do it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, contrary to that show, this stream is ending.
Oh yeah.
That was a good segue.
Good. Thank you.
Hamster's like, I want to
Well,
leave.
Do you want to take a minute outro? Do you want to just like actually?
I mean, well, we can show
let's
what
show
we're
the
doing.
stuff we did.
I just have been picking away at the same robes for 2 hours, and so I still need to work on this guy, but his robes have more stuff going on.
Man, the
I guess.
highlights on that.
I know, there's a lot of dimension.
Yeah, so.
Oh, Tacos was asking earlier where your Camelot stuff was.
You know what? Every time I see his name now, I'm like, he's gonna say something about my Camelot. It's still in the box, obviously. You'd see it on my Instagram if I painted it. I'll get there.
Miles.
Yeah,
I
show
already
these
showed
mine.
mine.
Yeah,
You
show
did.
this one. This is my favorite.
Mason Tyler's are hard to show.
Yeah, I can't.
I can hold mine up.
Mason
We can
doesn't
see
show-
it. We can see Mace's on the camera.
There's not much to show you, honestly. It's a green box.
But it's a cool thing.
I
Like,
did
no one else
an
has that.
When it's
iridescent.
done.
I don't think you can see it because of the light. So I'm
That's
gonna
no.
It's reading for me.
Yeah, do it back and forth like that again. Yeah. There's like kind of a mystical purple.
What are you using
interference.
the violet interference?
Yeah.
I use the violet interference paint, and I put it more in this. I put it more in this back section
Yeah.
because I
like a
had
house.
messed up on this thing and put way too much on it. But then I figured it would actually be kind of cool once it's on the back like this. It's gonna all read together. As
It's
the
an
same.
interior.
It's the
Yeah.
captain's quarters, so like I feel
Captain's
like
quarters,
it's some
yeah.
kind of like magic shielding maybe that is
Yeah.
like stronger there.
Wait, is the anchor a claw?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
No, it's so they can grab treasure. From
Yeah,
below.
right.
It's,
Yeah, the claw game.
yeah.
Hey,
Did you not unlock this in Wind Waker? That's
I use this. Yeah, we use this as a skyship actually. We use this as like a.
Oh,
an
that's right. I
airship.
remember that.
Kinda
It,
like
it
that.
honestly just looks great with like the base coat and the metal,
Well, I think the thing
accessories,
is
and
that-
so the extra thing on top of that, like it already looks so cool.
I think that's where I'm gonna leave it too. Is
Yeah.
like I don't really want to put any other dry brush or any other thing because that was what I was debating with the washes and these other things. Where I was like, what do I want to do with it? I'm like, what if I tried this interference thing? And then so I went with it, and it actually has turned out really good.
yeah, that's the falling star from WizKids.
It's very ethereal.
I think. Or is it Nolzur's? Is it Nolzur's or is it Wiz? Wait, WizKids is Nolzur's.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Nolzur's is just the unpainted stuff.
Yeah.
Like they literally made a title for the unpainted stuff, and so yeah. But it's a WizKids. This is the WizKids Falling Star.
I love the like magenta magic with the green sword spell. It looks so cool.
Yeah, so this is my collection of spell effects from Bones 5 that I've painted. So we've got Unseen Servant, or maybe some other kind of summon thing.
This one just always reminds me of Push from Golden Sun.
Yeah.
Sorry, they can't see what
I just keep thinking of Master Hand from.
This is Levitate. It could also be a couple other things, potentially.
Magical Mushroom.
What?
Levitate. It could potentially be some other
Sensor's
stuff.
magical disc.
Yeah.
Magical floating
That's
disc.
a throwback.
Spiritual weapon, and then a bunch of different like Big Beast hand options, basically based around like what it's doing.
Like one of them's a big punch.
Yeah.
It does a big punch.
And
Slap.
I cast Big Punch.
It's big punch.
but yeah, my favorite thing I
It
did
is
with him
kind
was
of Hawaiian punch, you know?
I kind
Oh
of
yeah.
Yep.
It is.
I kind of tied it into the colors of the schools of magic in our game. So like for conjuration, like the color of conjuration in our game is this kind of yellow.
Get your phone off his head. You can't see it.
Uh,
Well, it's really more. Move that mug.
Big punch. Big.
the mug.
This mug over here.
Hamster's
Oh,
magic.
sorry.
Here's your mug. Thank you.
But I use this like magenta for the bottom because magenta is kind of close to our evocation.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
to be clear and fair, like these are still based off of the by the book official. You know, like when you look at abjuration or whatever, and you see that little symbol, the color in the background is kind of what I base those things off of. So yeah, it's like evocation has like that red kind of background. So that's why we did it that way.
Yeah. And so, yeah, evocation is like red, but I still like this idea of like purple. The magenta is kind of like a mixture.
Yeah.
Do some stuff. So yeah, and then with this, even though like, yeah, I did this because like usually our spiritual weapon is gonna be doing radiant damage, so I went with the arcane acid for that as well. But yeah, I don't know, I'm excited about it. And I left the bottom unpainted on the hands and the unseen servant, and I'm gonna try to strip the stone paint off of the bottom of the disc and spiritual weapon. What was that? Okay, they're very funny.
That's his fake laugh.
And saying very funny.
Oh, funny. That's my favorite.
And then yeah, I want to because then you can shine a light up through them, and it's really it's a nice effect. So yeah.
Wait, hold on.
What?
I got a flashlight on my phone.
We showed it earlier, but might as well show it off again.
Do it.
But do it. Alright, do it.
I want this one.
No, no, okay.
Oh,
That's
whoa!
up.
That's a massive high five.
It looks better in person than it does on camera, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I don't know. I like an effect. I don't know if we're gonna use it for anything, but I like having it as an option.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, being able to underlight it. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's that stuff.
Sweet.
Pretty happy. I mean, I got all 6 of these done in 1 2-hour stream, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that's
Great
awesome.
job.
Jeez.
I love those
Well,
hands. I
You know,
wanna buy
like
some.
it's helpful that it was the translucent, and you know, you really only had to do kind of like a small coat on it too.
Yeah.
Not downplaying what you achieved. I just mean like it's helpful. It's helpful that that's
Fight.
yeah. That's Miles' favorite phrase.
My catchphrase.
Miles is just a big fan of conflict.
Historically.
I usually use it when I think people are. I'll use it in 2 scenarios. One, when people are like play sniping at each other, I'll use
Right.
it. And two, when people start arguing about something I think is stupid.
So which one was this?
It's kind of a both.
Most of them are both.
I was gonna say,
Honestly,
most of,
like,
especially it usually happens with us. It's usually column A and B.
yeah.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for hanging, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Oh, I gotta hit the.
Yeah, you gotta end it.